with Black Digital Nomad, and today's video is on how and why we decided to get the fuck up out of America. So getting right into it, because I hate when videos don't start right away. So the reason why we left America, it's almost been 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in September. And we decided to leave basically kind of on a whim. I think I've told you guys before, we were just tired of the monotony, first of all, the disrespect for people of color in America, the blatant disrespect. At one point I was scared, you know, when my husband would get pulled over, if he did, if he would make it back home. And for me, that was really like no way to live. And so we decided that it was time for something different. And initially we did not plan on staying abroad full time. Our plan was to go for about 3 to 6 months, go back home, stack some more money, and try to live abroad for 6 months out the year. About 3 months into our journey, we decided this is the shit. So we felt like we had escaped the matrix and our life was magnificent, living in Mexico, going to the beach every day in the turquoise water and drinking coconut water out of an actual coconut and out of a box. I felt like I had gotten my life. And it just worked for us, you know, us being on the same page, not, you know, feeling that need to always be around our family. Our family is great, but we're not those people that are just really close knit with our family. So it was really an easy thing for us to decide to do. We decided that we would find some ways to make money remotely. Me as a health coach, I was selling my detox packages and also my consulting services. And my husband, being an artist, decided to do graphic design and you know, music, and we fully supported each other on that, and we just decided that this is what we were going to do. So how did we do it? That's our why. How? So really, it did not take us long. My husband decided, I think came home one day in July. Was it July? It may have been June or July, whatever, and decided that we were going to go ahead and leave. We planned to leave 3 months out because, one, our lease was up at our apartment, and two, it would give us time. Well, basically that was what we went off, the lease. And so we decided to stack some money, save money. I did that. We did that by just grinding, hustling. I delivered groceries for Instacart. I'll put my link below. But yeah, I made an extra $1,000 delivering groceries, and I had a hack that I would do. I would actually wait until they needed people. It was like peak hours or whatever, and they would offer special bonuses. So I was getting paid like $60 per trip to go deliver groceries, and I absolutely love the grocery store, so that was not a hard job for me. I turned my headphones on. Anyway, that ain't the point. But if you want more information on how to deliver groceries, holla. But yeah, we did that. Uber. I was a brand ambassador. I'm not even gonna edit that out. I was a brand ambassador for Bacardi and other popular brands. Some health things, Nellie's, organics, and different things. And so I picked up extra hours doing that. And honestly, anyone who would listen to me about it, I was like, yo, we're moving. We're leaving the country. We're leaving the country. We're gonna just travel the world. And although I did not really know how we were gonna do it, I really believe in the power of manifestation and the law of attraction. So I just kept speaking that. And then, you know, that doubt that kind of creeps in sometimes that says, girl, you crazy. Mexico, what about the cartel? All of that shit, I was just like, I don't even hear any of that. I was so like, I had tunnel vision. I would visualize myself living abroad. And it's crazy because the sacrifices that I was willing to make were great. I had thought that we would not have, you know, hot water. So I was like, hey, let's start taking cold showers. You know, we're moving to Mexico. Let's turn the AC off just in case we only have a fan. And it's crazy because our quality of life is actually drastically improved. I say that all the time, but it's crazy how you think that something's going to be one way and it's a completely different way. So as I said before, when we were in the mix of like deciding that we were going to stay abroad and not go back home full time, it was another thing that prompted that, and that was the loss of something that we were supposed to inherit was kind of snatched, and it kind of rocked us a little bit. Honestly, I'll be completely honest. We were expecting to receive a house. That fell through, and so we were like, now what? You know, that was what we were gonna do. We had sold everything besides my husband's truck, and so after that we decided to sell the truck and continue our life abroad. And then we got jobs working. You know, my husband solidified some clients. I found ways to make money remotely. I started monetizing my blog. I started teaching online, and it was working. It is working. And so I feel like America, if you can survive in America, you can definitely survive in other places. We don't need as much money to survive and live and thrive. Actually, we have a great life, and it doesn't cost us as much as it would in America. Like, I'm looking at the mountains here from my bedroom. You know, the mountains are beautiful. You can see the ocean and the river, the ocean from our living room. And so it just is working for us. There are some cons, you know, we are far away from home. I do miss out on a lot of things, but we're building our lives abroad, and we realize too that we take ourselves everywhere we go, and so our talents are ours. And so if we can do something in America, why can't we do it abroad too? Also, utilizing the internet is definitely changing the game. You're able to work remotely, and so I work 100% online, so does he, and it just works. And so that is really the ins and outs of how we did it. But some other things we did was change our mail. Okay, so we send my mail to my mom's house. If it's something important, she'll scan it to me or send it to me if necessary. Saved money, you know, so we saved, I think, about $6,000 to move abroad, but I don't want to tell anyone how much money you should save, because that's relative. You may do things and have habits that I don't, or I may, you know, spend more than you, whatever. So it just depends on your lifestyle. But we started with that, and after we saved, we packed, we started to downsize. I started to downsize. My husband had moved from California to Houston with me before we got married, so he didn't have as much stuff as I did. I had been in my place for a little while, and so I had accumulated a lot of stuff like 30 pair of jeans kind of stuff, you know, just junk. And so that I took about a month and a half to get rid of my stuff and downsize and do certain exercises of letting stuff go, because that's kind of the hardest thing. What people don't realize is, you know, getting rid of your belongings and the things that you have to downsize. You know, when we left Mexico, we had, I think I had 2 big suitcases. Now we're down to 1 each. But I didn't have a lot of stuff. I still brought a bunch of clothes now looking back. But yeah, we just didn't need all that stuff. So we definitely downsized a lot of things. I mean, everything basically. Like, we brought clothes, and I brought my books, my crystals, and my essential oils. Oh, and a tub of shea butter. But other than that, like, I didn't bring any of my kitchen stuff, you know, my KitchenAid. Oh, I miss you, babe. But you know, my blender, my Vitamix, or not a Vitamix, I probably would have brought the Vitamix, but I had a NutriBullet. I didn't bring that. And I could have, however, it was like a little, I had kind of gotten the cord burnt a little bit, and my husband was like, no, don't bring that. That's what happens when you're married to an electrician. They're like, that's dangerous. I'm like, it's still blending smoothies. So I did not bring any type of, you know, furniture, towels, none of that. Surprisingly, a lot of places, everywhere that we've lived has been fully furnished, so we didn't need that kind of stuff. Another thing we did was cut the cable off, get those things in order. You know, honestly, it wasn't like a huge ordeal, and I think a lot of people are like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do before moving? And it's not that complicated. It's as complicated as you make it, you know. And for one, we don't have children, so that makes it a little easier. Although people with children are doing this lifestyle, so that's not an excuse. But we don't have children, so we didn't have to worry about those kind of things. You know, my car, I had a car and it was on a car note, and actually Hurricane Harvey came days before we were to leave. Days, I think 3 days before we were to leave, and totaled my car. So I didn't have to worry about that, which was great. I mean, Hurricane Harvey wasn't, but the fact that that happened was good, because I didn't have to worry about having a repo, you know. That worked. And it was crazy, because I was really gonna give him that car back. I was like, I'm done, I'm out, I want my freedom. And so I was gonna give back the car anyway, and it worked in my favor. As far as things in storage, I think I have like one suitcase at my mom's house, and we kept a few things at his father's, you know, in the land. But other than that, we really didn't have a lot of things to do besides making it up in our mind that this is what we wanted to do. And I promise you, once we spoke it into the universe is like, oh, okay, this is what you want? Gotcha. And that's really how it worked. So it wasn't a lot of things to do or to prepare for us, you know, but I go over all of the things that we did, like the checklist in my masterclass, Becoming a Digital Nomad or an Expat. So if you are interested in moving abroad and getting out of America, join the class. If you have questions and you want to do a one-on-one with me, feel free to book a consultation with me. I'm here for you. But I feel like if I can do it, little girl from South Central LA who was on, you know, probation a few years ago to now living abroad and thriving, I think that anybody can do it. So if there's anything I can do to help you with that, feel free to reach out. You can check out my website, blackdigitalnomad.com. There are tons of resources there. Follow me on Instagram. I am taking a little break. I'm unplugging, but I will be back soon. And yeah, catch me here on YouTube with new videos. I'll be saying I'm gonna drop new videos every week, and I think I can at least drop one video a week. I promise I'll do that. If you guys have any topics that you would like for me to cover, place them below. They're so helpful because it really helps me decide on what to post, which I kind of get a little confused about sometimes. But thanks for tuning in. Again, this is Jazzy by nature, or Jazzy, and I'm out. Peace.